good looking? What you got cooking? How's about cooking something?
We're about 11 minutes till Jerry Willis's program, but before we go there, Tea Party star and Texas Senate candidate Ted Cruz is calling to open the floodgates on campaign donations. He said earlier, and this is a quote, "I believe in free speech. If it were up to me, I would eliminate all the limits and require disclosure." So, should contributors be allowed to donate as much money as they want? Joining us now to discuss this from the RNC convention, Senator John Barrasso himself, up for re-election this year in Wyoming. Love your neck of the woods, sir. Been to Jackson Hole. It's beautiful. But when we talk about campaign finances, a lot of people think that's ugly. What do you think of what candidate Cruz is calling for? Total, you can donate as much as you want as long as we know who you are.
Well, first of all, I support Ted Cruz's election to the United States Senate. He is a constitutional scholar, has been actually lecturing on the Constitution since his days in high school, and I'm going to do everything possible to get him elected to the United States Senate. With regard to financing of campaigns, you know, laws are passed, the Supreme Court rules on that. What you want is openness, you want transparency, you want to know where money is coming from, and you want to make sure there's no special deals, no carve-outs, because unions have found ways around this for many, many years, and I want to make sure that they don't get special favoritism or treatment.
What would be wrong with this proposal? You know, my colleague John Stossel has a brand new book out in which he actually makes the case is to open it up. If you're a billionaire and you want to spend $1 billion, go for it. Just let us know who you are. Why not make it simple? You can donate as much as you want and let's go off to the races. What's wrong with that?
Well, the Supreme Court's going to end up having to rule on all of these things, and specifically, freedom of speech. So that's something that's discussed. I don't see anything passing between now and election in November.
Sure.
After the elections, I'm sure there's going to be robust debates about accountability, about disclosure of campaign money, but you just have to make sure that there is an openness to the process, because what we're seeing now is this administration under President Obama using intimidation tactics of those who have been contributing to some of the super PACs. There have been stories about what he has done to intimidate those who have given, an attempt to, and then to try to scare others from contributing using the power of his White House, the power of the government, so people will then maybe shy away from contributing.
But isn't that the argument as to just let it all go? I mean, our inclination is to believe that too much money corrupts the political system. But a lot of people would say the system's corrupt perhaps as it is, so just open the gates, just identify everyone as they are. What's wrong with what's wrong with having no cap on how much a person can contribute?
Well, what I'm saying right now is that the president is using the power of the government to intimidate people to not contribute, whether it's legal or not. These are people who are doing things that are 100% legal, and the president is still trying to intimidate them. And I think that is absolutely wrong, and he's doing it to impact them as well as to scare others from contributing to efforts to undermine the president's re-election effort in an effort to get Mitt Romney elected. And that's why we're here in Florida to hear Mitt Romney tonight. There's so much excitement on the convention floor. The convention doesn't open yet for almost another hour, and yet the floor is starting to fill up, and there is a significant buzz after the speech last night by Paul Ryan and what people are anticipating tonight from Mitt Romney.
I'm going to go very off topic. Last question. It's a softball question to you, sir. But how does Mitt Romney top Condoleezza Rice and Paul Ryan, who gave terrific speeches last night?
Well, we've heard some remarkable speeches last night, and the two that you mentioned, as well as Susana Martinez, I mean, absolutely wonderful. Mitt Romney is going to be here on the floor tonight. He's going to connect with the American people. He is going to show them that he has the competence as well as the confidence to be president of the United States, to lead this country in a direction different than what Barack Obama has done over the past 4 years. People will, after tonight, realize that Mitt Romney is someone who they are comfortable with, someone that they trust, and someone that has the right answers. Only 1 in 3 Americans think our country's heading in the right direction right now. We need to turn that around, and Mitt Romney's the person to do it.
Senator John Barrasso from the great state of Wyoming, thank you very much for joining us, sir. Have a great time.
Thanks for having me, Adam.